Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. Nick DeLeon's at the expo tonight, so I've decided to pull in another junior for you guys to meet. I'm going to be pulling in Mr. Chase. Chase is a youngster that I got my attention a couple of weeks ago. His dad had sent me an invite and said, hey, check out my kid. So I'm going to run the footage for you guys, and then we'll get started with Chase.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
Hi Chase, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
So what have we got going on this evening? You no pool leagues during the week?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Is it a juniors league, or do you have like a are you playing with adults here?
Adults, BCA.
Oh, awesome. Where are you from, Chase?
Mansfield, Ohio.
Ohio. So you're a little bit further on the other side than me. Are you guys heading over to the Shane McMahon and Chris Reinhold event this weekend?
No.
Are we heading to the expo, aren't we?
Yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait to see how it turns out for you. Dad, when did you know that you had something special on your hands?
He started playing about as soon as he could hold a pool stick, just hitting balls around. He got a little serious with it back in 2016 when he was 8. We had a lot of tournaments.
Wow.
He matured and grew about 3 foot, and now he plays a lot better than he did back then. Took a couple years off.
Awesome. Do you have any other hobbies that you do besides pool, Chase?
I play baseball, basketball, football, golf.
Golf. Do you play any chess by any chance?
I know how to.
That seems to be the rage over here where I'm from. In the Mississippi area and the Alabama area, we encourage our children to play chess. It helps with your mental ability on the table, so you can learn different moves. It eases you into it. We learn that from the Filipinos over here.
I'm pretty good at checkers.
I'm pretty good at checkers. Now, you don't want to get me on checkers. And I'm not a bad bowler either, but, you know. Dad, I hear you're quite the player yourself. Is that where Mr. Chase gets his heavy hitters from?
Yeah, he plays a little bit better than I do now.
Well, I guess so. He got started at what, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Anybody else in the family? Do you have any brothers and sisters?
No.
No, just you.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough. I have 2 boys myself, and they were a handful once upon a time. When was the last major tournament that you guys played in? Oh, actually, a doubles tournament. I've been seeing you guys on the internet a lot playing. Is this just your team stuff that you guys have been going like to? I've seen you in Vegas. You've been all over the place. Vegas, what, twice?
Yeah. I placed 3rd in the CSA 9-ball juniors, and then we won the team event out there.
Who did you end up losing to, Chase?
Pan McBride and Nathan Nunes.
First and second.
Whoa.
First and second place.
They got first and second. So he was steady right up there on those heels. I have a feeling you're going to snap this one off next time. I have a feeling. Let's see here. How are his grades, Dad? Does that seem to affect him at all, or has he pretty much been really good at holding all of this together at his young age?
He's doing pretty well, holding it all together. He still goes to public school, so it's kind of tough. They don't really understand missing days of school to go play pool or travel across the country. But
right. Well, hopefully this sheds a little light on them. I'll make sure I get that write-up sent to you as well. I did a interview with Jackson Schultz. He was my first one, and he had a local newspaper get in touch with him for an interview. So maybe we can get Chase a couple of interviews there in your hometown.
That'd be pretty cool.
What school do you go to, Chase?
I go to Ontario local schools.
So big shout out to Ontario local school system, guys. You're doing something right. You got us a great pool player here. What do you have a routine that you go through during the week? Do you have like a pre-scheduled practice time that you do adamantly every week without fail, or do you just a natural? You just jump up there?
Probably just a natural. I get off the bus and then I come and hit balls for a few hours.
Wow, while the rest of us struggle, you're over there just making balls left and right.
Yeah.
What kind of cue do you have, Chase? Do you mind me asking?
Mike Sema and a Jacoby.
Oh, nice. Nice cues. I've heard a lot of great stuff from those two cue makers. How old are you, Chase?
I'm 14.
14 years old.
14 on March 25th.
Oh, so he's got a birthday coming up, or he just had a birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday. What age was it that you won your first major tournament? How old were you then?
Last year or the year before, can't remember what it was.
Last year.
Fairfield County's best.
How many pool tournaments is he getting to a month, Dad?
About every weekend. He plays a lot of adult tournaments. We go to some handicap events.
Okay.
We just played in that doubles tournament last weekend. Him and I played together. We got third.
Nice.
Lost the first and second.
Lost the first and second in that tournament too.
You guys play strong then.
He gets out and plays. I feel like that's the most important thing is get him some experience.
Absolutely.
Get him out to playing different people, not playing people that he's comfortable around. Yeah, we travel quite a bit, especially in Ohio. Ohio's tough. A lot of action in Ohio.
Well, I'm glad you guys are getting it there. Are there any junior events, just plain junior events in your state, or are you having the same problem we're having in the, further south? I mean, there's just nowhere for the juniors really to play.
There's not a whole lot of juniors events here. D used to run a couple D Atkins.
Mm-hmm.
And then once JIC came along, most of the kids that he had running with him were all geared up towards that.
Right.
But they're just further and further away from us this year. It's kind of hard to get every one of those a month. So
closest one's Iowa.
We got one in West Virginia coming
West Virginia.
So we just try to get into as much stuff as we can.
A lot of traveling. Now, are you guys heading to Bristol for Janet Atwell's tournament?
The Borderline Billiards tournament?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, May 12th, I think that is. I got a schedule. We're going to the Expo this weekend. VNEA Juniors. Yeah, Janet Outwell's room is on here for May 27th through the 29th.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So we're going to get down to that one.
Right. It's just like anybody else. It's a battle. You've got to pick your poison. Do I go here? Do I go here? So the older you get, it's going to get that way. Hopefully, we can try to stir up a little more interest in some of the kids stuff. And Janet's been a godsend on this side of the country for opening her place up for the kids. And she's got a couple of kids that she's been helping out as well. I have another young lady that I'm speaking with. Her mother, Joey Gray, just finished coaching her, actually, I think this past couple of days. So Joey's very involved in the juniors program as well. And, you know, when these players come from the junior area, they know to give back. So I look forward to seeing what Chase does in the next 10 years with all of this knowledge that he's gaining right now. I mean, coming in third at some of these places, that's pretty sporty, son. That's really sporty. Let's see. Do you have a Fargo rating or an APA ranking right now, Chase?
Yeah, my Fargo is 418.
That's pretty strong. for a junior player. Pretty strong. We have a high-low bracket here that in the South that we actually go to every week, which is going on this weekend down in Meridian, Mississippi, where you have a split bracket tournament. You have the high players will play each other down to the final 8, and the low bracket same, and then they meet in the middle at the end. Campbellsville, Kentucky is doing the same. Some great pocket change if you can get in on that very end.
Yeah, we went down to the last Meridian one.
How did you do down there?
I didn't do any good. My buddy I went down with, he got 5th, 6th, lost to Roland.
Roland's tough, but to go to 13 or 14, that's pretty strong.
It's tough action. But I think we're gonna try to hit the Campbellsville, Kentucky one up.
Okay, well, let me know when you guys are heading that way. I'll see what I can work out with my schedule so I can take some.
I'd like to know when the next one is. We was wanting to come back down to Mississippi. When's the next? Besides,
they're doing their high-low is this weekend, and then their 6 and under. They're going to make it non-smoking, so that might be better for you guys. I will let you know when that one comes available. I could have sworn he said like the 1st May something, maybe the 1st week in May is when the Meridian one is coming on. But I will get in touch with Henderson for you on that one and find out. But I would assume that the Campbellsville would be a slightly closer. It may be the same distance, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure.
No, Mississippi was like 12 hours for us.
Campbellsville couldn't be that far.
No, it's 6 hours to Campbellsville.
Okay, that would definitely be better. Let's see here, Chase. Who has been your biggest motivator or support system?
Definitely my parents.
They seem like they're very encouraging, and you know, being a parent myself, there's nothing more gratifying than seeing your children happy, and you look like you're having the time of your life on that table. So apparently those parents are doing something right. As long as you keep having fun and keep those grades up, you're good to go, boy.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite professional player?
Skylar Woodward.
I've been hearing that man's name a lot. He's a fantastic human being and a great dad and an overall good person. Could you tell me why you like Sky?
So in 2016, when last time I went to the expo, he was playing in the Pro-Am. And I'm pretty sure it was semifinals or the finals. And he let me sit next to him. And like I was younger, so I didn't realize like the reasons of like respect and everything else. Right. Letting focus, and my parents like tried to pull me away, and he let me stay. And in between his matches, he was talking to me, and which was pretty cool.
Awesome. You've got a great role model. He's a fantastic person, and you know, he's been where you are right now, so he knows exactly. He's a great man. You couldn't ask for a better role model. What has been your biggest lesson so far with pool?
Definitely don't take anything for granted. Like, don't underestimate my opponent. Don't take a straight-in shot for granted. Take every shot with the same respect.
Good, good, good. I love it. You're paying attention. You're definitely paying attention. What is your biggest accomplishment to date?
BCA Nationals winning Worlds.
What year was that?
2022, last year.
This year. It was this year, ladies and gentlemen. You hear that? And how many players did you have to get through?
119 teams.
That's a lot of teams. That's a lot of teams. Were you the youngest one on your team?
Yeah.
Really? That's amazing that they allow you guys to do that. We need to start doing a lot of that over here.
We had two teenagers on the team.
You have two teenagers. Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah. Do you have a selected venues that they only allow the kids in for certain hours? I know here that we'll allow the kids in, but they have to leave once, you know, the bigger crowds start coming in, usually around 6 or 7.
Our league operator, he scheduled all of our home games, or actually all of our games at the pool. So we only go to Buckeye Billiards to play, which is family friendly anyway. But other than that, we don't have to travel to any kind of bars or anything like that. So they let the kids get in there and play in a good environment.
Well, good. At least there's a safe place for them to play. Growing up myself, we didn't have a whole lot of places to go. So when we were able to go to a pool room, we only had one, and that was in a little area called Athens, Alabama. And we hung out there a lot. I'm pretty sure that man really hated having that bunch of kids in there. But, you know, he never acted like it bothered him. And we learned respect from the pool players. You know, the pool playing community, it's more than just a bunch of degenerates knocking balls around. A lot of those people, you know, they were in there practicing for, you know, Vegas or other events. So, you know, I got cultured early on, just like Chase is, on pool etiquette. And it's obviously worked quite well for him. Let's see. What is the one tournament you would like to attend, Chase, and why?
Moscone Cup.
I have another Moscone wanting. You're going to have to fight Jackson for that spot. Well, I hope to see you on the Moscone. You're well on your way, sir. Well on your way.
Make the Moscone Cup?
Yeah.
I think you can. I think you can. As long as you do what you're supposed to be doing, keep those grades up, you're well on your way. Eric Roberts, fantastic kid. He's 19 years old, and they are paying attention. So the more you do, the more socialization you get out there on your social media, they'll pick you up. I promise you they will. Just stay on course and make sure you listen to your parents. They know best. I promise you. After high school, do you intend on furthering your education? And if so, what would be your major?
I want to go to law school to be a lawyer.
Dad, this kid's got some big dreams. Some big dreams. I hope you accomplish everything that you set your mind to, sir. I hope you do. My oldest one is a computer engineer, and for most of his life, that's all he talked about was computers. So he made his dream come true. So I'm pretty sure your parents will make sure you get there. How have you handled the pressures of these bigger tournaments? You know, with pool in general, the psychological aspect to pool is tough. And the girls, if you happen to watch the podcast with Mary Tam and April Larson, April goes into that mental toughness that you have to have during some of these events. How are you handling that?
It just came over time, I feel, playing in these bigger events.
Well, you're out there going to those larger events. Like your dad said, the best education is playing people you're not used to. Because you get almost in a routine when you play people that you play all the time, and you don't have that challenge of having to be mentally tough. Dad, do you think he's handling it fairly well?
I really do. I really do commend him on how cool he stays. He doesn't show a whole lot of pressure, doesn't show any nerves. And that's, to me, that was the coolest thing about playing with him on the team, because in a lot of team events, people are worried, and he never showed any kind of worry at all and just stayed true and did his job.
Fantastic. Randy, you guys are doing a great job with this kid. He's on his way to that Moscone. Let's see. Do you feel the junior players have the support they need in the United States? As you notice that some of the other countries normally wrap their arms around their junior players and their professional players. And I don't feel like our players get enough respect from our country regarding billiards itself. Chase, what do you think? Do you think you guys are getting the recognition that you need?
Yes and no.
Could you explain those?
Yeah, so the yes is, I feel like their names are getting out to the pool community, but I don't feel like they're getting outside of the pool community.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here. I need to ask these questions so I know what to do on the next round. Dad, do you feel the kids are getting the recognition that they deserve so that they can get the sponsorship that they're needing for these tournaments?
I feel like pool's in a better spot now than it was 10 years ago. So I feel like the junior programs now, I know a lot of older players that could have been juniors, could have done something on a junior tour, and they didn't get the opportunity because there was nothing there for them.
Right.
You know, Asia, they pools in school. You go to math class and you go play billiards.
Right.
And it's a lot of the champions come from Asia because they're born and bred, taught to play pool the right way. But I feel like with the strong fundamentals and a good etiquette, we could turn this sport around, and these kids are the face of the sport in the future.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Chases and Jacksons and Pages and Ashleys and Savannahs. It's all these kids, you know, like you've got Chris Ronhold, you know, he's 24 now. You have Joey Gray in his early 30s. You have Chip Compton. You have April Larson that's right out of the gate heading strong in those open tournaments because there's not enough money in some of these tournaments for the women. And I feel like the kids are getting the shaft as well. So we're working towards that. And thank goodness for Raw. I mean, he's doing a phenomenal
Raw and Corey are doing a great job.
So, you know, anybody that's out there that's listening to these podcasts, you know, these kids are eager and they're trying their best to get some, not necessarily the recognition. They just want to play pool. You know, that's what they want. And they want the United States to be just as proud of them as some of these other countries. And that's why I'm here. I'm hoping that maybe somebody will see Chase and say, you know what, I love this kid. Let's pick him up and slap a United States jersey on his back and let him go do what he loves to do. And that's what we're working towards. If you had any advice for newcomers to the game of billiards, Chase, what would that be?
Don't be so hard on yourself. That's a big thing. If you get mad at yourself, it just ruins it.
Right. You're absolutely right. I mean, once it gets in your head, you can't focus anymore, and then your game falters. So you're absolutely right. Good advice. Good advice.
And then another thing is listen to the people that are trying to help you.
We do have adults have a hard time doing that. So I could just imagine how the kids feel because you have several adults telling you different things. Do you have one coach on your team that everybody looks up to, or do you guys kind of share the knowledge between each other on the team?
I would say Tony Fox. He knows a lot about the game.
Amazing. Amazing. And I'm sure Dad does it. I'm sure Dad helps just a little bit too. Does Mom play pool?
She used to.
She used to. I used to, but you know, things get in the way. This is a whole lot more fun for me. Let's see. If you could speak to someone with unlimited funds about a junior tournament, what would you love to see happen for the junior players? If I had unlimited money and said, you know what, Chase, you tell me what you want and we'll build it, what would that be?
I would like to see a billiard academy. Like a couple of different states.
Okay.
Pool, teaching kids how to play pool.
Kind of like what Mark Wilson does.
Yeah.
Kind of like Lindenwood.
Okay. We need more of those. I think we need at least one in each state so all these kids have somewhere to go that are so good at, you know, doing, you know, just playing pool itself. Have you noticed any difference in his attitude and the way he carries himself versus children his own age? He seems a little more mature to me versus some kids that are 14.
Yeah, I feel like that comes from him being an only child. And playing in adult tournaments and being around adults. And, you know, even when he goes to the JIC events to the higher level players, they carry themselves with dignity and respect everybody. And it comes with age. You know, everybody has their little bumps, but Chase has really plowed through it. He's become quite a young man. I'm proud of him.
It looks like you are. And trust me, I was paying attention with every post that you posted. I'm like, this kid's on fire right now. He's going to be the next Shane Wolford. Do you know who Shane Wolford is?
Yeah.
He's such a fantastic guy. Have you had the opportunity to speak with him?
No.
if you ever get in the vicinity of Shane Wolford, sit down with him. He's got a sister that's 17 or 18, I can't remember, and she plays pool too, Savannah. And she's a sweetheart. If you ever get the opportunity to sit down and talk to Shane, he's an amazing person, or Eric Roberts for that matter. They're both fantastic people, and they'll kind of steer you towards, you know, who to talk to and this, that, and the other. If we could fast forward 10 years, Chase, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself just finishing law school.
And buying Dad and Mom that big old house and that really nice car.
And hopefully on the Moscone team.
Well, yeah, once he wins that, Dad, you know, you're good. We'll invest that money and build you that academy that you need for those kids. All right, Chase. Well, it's been fun. Actually, you know what? I would love to see you hit some balls. Do you have any favorite setups, like basically a practice routine, a drill? Do you have a drill that you can show me right quick?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Chase.
I don't know if you can see, but
we can see. That looks pretty good. If you throw all those balls in the middle, we can watch you do a drill.
Look like good. Yeah.
So,
well, it's a good thing you have a table in the house, Dad.
yeah. So the objective of this drill is there's a white pencil line right here between these four balls. The objective is to see a high run while drawing back and getting inside of the square.
You always return to the square. What's your high run at this, Chase?
60 something? 64. Maybe.
64, he says, is his high run.
Yeah. Now when you finish those four balls, you put four more balls out and continue with the cue ball where you left.
So how often will he do this? Do you ever catch him in the middle of the night, get up in the middle of the night and he's out in the garage?
No.
Once we lock the garage, it's over.
That one stayed in. I didn't know if it would or not.
No, that one's not. Too soft. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite shot that is your all-time favorite and people just kind of look at you like, I can't believe that kid made that shot?
Yeah, this one right here. You remember? You remember how you hit this ball?
So it was the other way. I went this way.
Ridiculous. So you could hit the same shot over there. So this was Hill. The 8 ball and the 9 ball.
It was a little down.
Something like this because you drew it to the ground. You hit this ball with inside draw. I don't know if you can see it good enough. Yeah, go ahead and move it down there. But hitting this ball with inside draw and spinning it 3 rails to get on the 9 ball was a pretty sporty shot.
Absolutely.
You didn't draw the ball at all.
It's hard. It comes right here.
Good shot, kid.
Very nice shot there, buddy. Very nice shot. Very nice shot. Well, we look forward to seeing your progress over at Super Billiards Expo, Chase. You said you were heading down there this weekend?
Yeah, his the junior tournament starts on Saturday, so we're going to head in Friday.
How many players did they have in it? Have you gotten a list yet?
No, it's a little messed up from COVID.
Right.
Yeah, the list isn't really accurate because it's 2 years of kids on the list that didn't get the.
Right. Because they held everything for 2 years, right? So whoever, if you paid that first year, they didn't refund money. You just had to wait it out. And then COVID. Pretty. Now you're just showing out.
Don't want to do that.
Jump on the side.
Chase Denninger, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking to sponsor a junior player, this would be a fantastic one to sponsor. He's a good kid. The kid makes good grades. Parents are right there with him every step of the way. So, do you guys have any fundraisers going on for Chase to get him to his next event?
Yeah, we're gonna raffle off a leather custom JB case.
Okay.
A Predator Air Rush, and a Predator LE9 starting next Monday.
Okay, guys. So if you guys are on my Facebook, then you can contact me. I will go ahead and forward all that information for you guys if you would like to help Chase get to his next event. Randy will make sure he tags me in all of those raffles. So if you guys need a good case, come on. It's only a couple of dollars for a ticket. So I'll make sure that I get those posted for you guys. Well, Chase, it was an honor and a pleasure to meet you, sir. And hopefully I'll get over there. Here we go. So Chase is sponsored by Team Pure Breed. Chase, he has all the information right there. And he's also wearing one of the T-shirts. Can you show us the T-shirt, Chase?
Yeah, this was
Fairfield County tournament.
Cool.
Right here.
Does it have anything in the back? Nice. And you have your name on it. That's cute. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Team Pure Breed. We appreciate you guys taking care of Chase for us while we're trying to throw him out there to the wolves. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a great T-shirt, help support our small businesses with Team Pure Breed. Go to www.tfoxphoto.com at Excel on Facebook. All right, Chase, we appreciate it. I'm going to run that promo for you one more time, sir. If there's anything that you guys ever need from me, you make sure, do not hesitate to contact me, and we'll see you at the expo. Have a good night, guys. All right, let's find that video to run for you guys while we say goodnight to the Denningers, if I can find it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. J.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
This has been the Diva and Billiard Talk. Nick DeLeon is on location at the Super Billiards Expo, and that's where the Denningers are heading next. So if you guys see Chase out there, shake that kid's hand. He's well on his way to perfection. this has been, like I said, the Diva, and she's going to sign out tonight. Remember, if you have a junior player out there that needs just a little bit of exposure, give the Diva a holler, and she'll make sure she gets you guys on here. Also, make sure you're supporting small business. Tonight, we are sponsored by PMP Clothing. PMP Clothing is the only brand that gives back to the hungry. So with every T-shirt sold, Miss Mary Tam and her fantastic husband will donate $5 to the hunger cause. So you guys stay tuned. Next week, we'll have somebody else. Maybe tomorrow. You never know. Make sure you're sending those kids to me so that I can make sure that they're getting the exposure that they need in a great way. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next time on Billiard Talk.